The man who caused 2 people's deaths in the 2023 Eagle Mountain road rage incident was granted parole this week.
We asked the Board of Utah Pardons and Parole how they arrived at that decision. Our Natalie Wattis questioned the board. And Natalie, did you have a chance to hear back from anybody?
Well, their public outreach director was out of town, but they did email me a response, although it didn't answer all of my questions.
How long has Mr. Matheson been in jail for?
It'll be 3 years in June.
By the time of his new release date in October of 2027, he will have served just over 4 years. Matheson told me family members of the victims spoke against the parole.
They expressed that they were advised through the state that if they offered or agreed to the plea of him pleading guilty, that he would get the max sentence. So they were kind of under the impression that that's what it would entail. And so it's disappointing that there was no validity behind that.
The parole was granted based on the Utah Adult Sentencing, Release, and Supervision Guidelines, and Utah uses indeterminate sentencing, meaning it's up to the board how long an inmate serves before parole is offered within a recommended range. Brent Huff, a defense attorney unaffiliated with the case, weighed in.
Based on these guidelines, is it shocking to hear that someone who pled guilty to 2 counts of a 3rd-degree felony for manslaughter ends up serving only a few years in prison?
It's not shocking to me because we're talking about a 3rd degree. So if someone has no criminal history and they have a conviction for a 3rd-degree felony, then the recommendation for the amount of time that we're going to keep them in the prison is going to be rather low.
I sent the Board of Pardons and Parole a list of questions, including what they weigh when making these decisions and what they would say to people who think this case reflects poorly on the state's road rage penalty's effectiveness. They sent me a statement saying in part, quote, "The board evaluates the totality of a case, including victim impact, the nature of the offense, institutional behavior, and validated risk assessments." They went on to say, per state guidelines, Mr. Matheson is being released nearly a year and a half beyond his recommended release date.
I think it sends a message that there's still not a harsh enough sentence or punishment or consequence for what happened and 2 lives being taken.
Now, the board did not comment on whether the victims' families have any recourse at this point. Reporting live, Natalie Wattis, KUTV 2 News.
It's been 2 years since Utah lawmakers passed tougher road rage laws. It gives prosecutors the ability to add road rage enhancements to normal offenses. Enhanced criminal penalties can include fines up to $1,000 and possible jail time. In severe cases, police can impound vehicles and suspend a driver's license. Road rage includes tailgating aggressively, brake checking, chasing another vehicle, or obscene hand gestures.